Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Updates. For years, the story of Iraq has been one of headlines and challenges. But what if I told you a major economic shift is underway? This summer, Iraq is opening its doors to over 130 fully approved investment opportunities, attracting some of the world's biggest players. Are you ready to dive into the real story of Iraq's economic resurgence? Stay tuned, because this is going to be a hot summer for investment. The National Investment Commission, NIC, of Iraq has recently announced that it will be unveiling over 130 fully approved investment opportunities at the upcoming Iraq Investment Forum. This event is expected to draw significant international attention, especially from global investors looking to participate in the country's rebuilding and development process. The NIC has made it clear that these opportunities are ready to go, complete with necessary approvals and legal clearances, making them attractive for investors seeking both stability and high-potential returns in emerging markets. Events like this are no longer isolated occurrences. They have become more frequent and better organized in recent years. One major example is the upcoming Iraq-Britain Business Council, IBBC, and NIC event scheduled for mid-June. These kinds of summits have evolved into vital networking and partnership platforms where major international players, regional stakeholders, and government officials can come together to explore tangible business prospects across a variety of sectors, including energy, infrastructure, construction, agriculture, tourism, and information technology. The momentum behind these investment efforts signals a broader strategic push by the Iraqi government to diversify the economy, attract foreign direct investment, FDI, and reduce its dependence on oil revenues. It's important to understand that the involvement of global corporations in these events isn't just symbolic. These are some of the most prestigious and reputable companies in the world, and names that are synonymous with quality, scale, and trust. Their presence sends a powerful signal that Iraq is being taken seriously again as a viable market for long-term investment. Despite challenges, many of these companies are committing resources, building partnerships, and laying down roots in the country. They're not coming in just to window shop. They're showing up because they see real opportunity, supported by reforms and government backing. As we head into the summer, expectations are rising that this season could be a turning point for international trade involving Iraq. The phrase hot summer doesn't just refer to the weather, it's also a metaphor for the potential heat in economic activity and cross-border collaborations that are likely to pick up momentum during this time. A surge in investor interest is already palpable, and forums like the one announced by the NIC are expected to serve as major catalysts in translating that interest into actual signed deals, construction projects, infrastructure plans, and job creation. One of the more interesting aspects of these investment discussions is the relative indifference of these large companies to the current exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. That might seem surprising to some, especially those who have followed the currency closely and often speculate on its potential revaluation. But from a corporate investment perspective, the exchange rate is usually just another number to plug into a calculation. These companies operate globally, dealing with multiple currencies, risks, and conversion rates daily. For them, currency fluctuation is part of the game, not a deal breaker. When weighing investments, they focus on larger metrics like return on investment, project risk, market potential, legal frameworks, and long-term stability. What really matters to them is whether the environment in Iraq supports business operations. Is the legal structure in place? Can capital be moved in and out of the country? Are there incentives such as tax breaks, reduced tariffs, or special economic zones? Is the security situation manageable? Are there reliable local partners and a skilled workforce? These are the questions that drive decision-making at boardroom tables, not speculation over whether the dinar will gain or lose a few percentage points in the near term. This mindset is an important lesson for everyday observers who may focus too narrowly on currency values. Yes, the dinar's exchange rate can have implications for consumers, imports, and inflation, but in the grand scheme of multi-million or even multi-billion-dollar investment projects, it's just a minor input. When a large construction firm decides to build a power plant or an international logistics company sets up a shipping hub, they calculate everything from material costs and labor wages to potential tax obligations and timelines. Currency is simply one variable in a complex spreadsheet. The broader narrative here is one of growing confidence in Iraq's future as an investment destination. This confidence is being reinforced not by wishful thinking but by actions, conferences being organized, deals being drafted, and companies actually showing up to engage. The NIC and IBBC events are not just ceremonial gatherings, they're proving grounds for real commitments. And as these types of gatherings become more regular, Iraq is slowly but steadily repositioning itself on the global investment map. Of course, challenges remain. Iraq continues to navigate political instability, security concerns, and bureaucratic hurdles. Investors are aware of these issues and weigh them accordingly. But what's changing is the perception that these challenges are insurmountable. Instead, they're increasingly being seen as solvable problems, especially when counterbalanced by the country's immense potential both in terms of natural resources and human capital. In many ways, the return of significant foreign interest marks the beginning of a new chapter in Iraq's economic story. It's a chapter filled with cautious optimism, grounded planning, and international cooperation. And it sends a clear message: the world is ready to do business with Iraq again, and Iraq is ready to welcome that business. As we look ahead to the coming months, it's clear that this summer may indeed be pivotal. The groundwork is being laid now, and while results won't appear overnight, the sheer volume of interest and the caliber of participants suggest that something meaningful is taking root. The focus is shifting from speculation to structure, from promise to performance. Whether you're an observer, a policymaker, or a business person, the signals are becoming harder to ignore. Iraq is open for investment, and the world is starting to take notice. The momentum building around Iraq's investment landscape is undeniable. While challenges persist, the increasing participation of major global corporations signifies a new level of confidence and a long-term commitment. It's a powerful reminder that for serious investors, the big picture of market potential, legal frameworks, and long-term stability always outweighs short-term currency speculation. We'd love to hear your perspective. Do you believe the summer marks a new chapter for Iraq's economy? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this discussion, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Iraqi Dinar updates for more insights into emerging markets and global investment trends. Until our next deep dive, keep analyzing, keep learning, and keep investing.